And Puff would say to me, Gene, how you knew? But on Big's death, and I told him before Big died, before I said, yo, if we go to this party, somebody gonna get murdered tonight.
You being around Puffy, have you ever seen him have any kind of remorse for Biggie death?
You see, when it comes to the world of entertainment and music, there's often more than meets the eye. The story of Diddy, also known as Sean Combs, is a fascinating and at times controversial one. It's a tale of money, power, and the high-stakes game of the music industry. Let's dive into the intriguing claims and allegations that surround Diddy. It's been said that his pursuit of wealth may have had some serious consequences, particularly when it comes to the tragic losses of two iconic rappers, the Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac Shakur. Now, most of us know about the infamous East Coast-West Coast rap rivalry that dominated headlines in the 1990s. It pitted the East Coast, led by Bad Boy Records, and Diddy against the West Coast, represented by Death Row Records and its CEO, Suge Knight. It was a feud that went beyond mere words. It turned deadly. Here's where it gets really interesting and frankly quite dark. There are allegations that Diddy, in his quest to come out on top, put a price on the heads of Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight. The claim is that he offered a staggering $1 million as a bounty for anyone who could take them out. This purported hit was a response to the ongoing beef between him, Biggie, and the West Coast artists. After a staggering 27 years, Keffe D was finally arrested. But the truly shocking part of this story goes even further. There's a belief that Diddy allegedly hired Keffe D to do this deadly mission. Here's where the plot thickens even further. It is said that Keffe D's nephew was the one who ultimately carried out the attack. However, this wasn't according to the original plan. The story goes that they mistakenly approached Tupac's vehicle from the wrong side at the last moment. As a result, Keffe Anderson took matters into his own hands, leading to Tupac's tragic death and injuring Suge Knight. So, while Diddy's involvement in Tupac's demise remains a point of interest, the allegation suggests that his actions may have also played a role in the death of Biggie. Biggie's mother, Voletta Wallace, has been seeking answers for years. The web of connections, rumors, and rivalries in the world of hip-hop is complex. But one thing is clear. The pursuit of fame and fortune has led to some incredibly high-stakes scenarios. The alleged price? The lives of two music legends. But what exactly did Mother Wallace say? Well, you've got to stick around till the end of this video to find out.
I know the son, I know the father, I know the friend. And I felt, since there's so many projects about these people, they assume certain things about the son, assume certain things.
So, Diddy hasn't faced arrest or charges related to Tupac's passing. One reason for this is the way the money exchange was supposed to happen. Allegedly, the money intended for Keffe D was meant to go through a guy named Eric Von Zip. He was supposed to deliver the money, but never did, and he's no longer around to provide any information. This missing link makes it hard to directly connect Diddy to Tupac's death. Additionally, the person who was believed to have pulled the trigger in Tupac's murder, Baby Lane, is also deceased. This further complicates the case. While there are many pieces of information and evidence that suggest Diddy might have had some involvement, there's no concrete proof that ties him directly to the crime. But the mystery deepens when we look at the case of Biggie Smalls, also known as the Notorious B.I.G. Reportedly, Biggie's family, including his mother, believes Diddy might have played a role in his death. Biggie was a talented rapper signed to Diddy's label, Bad Boy Entertainment, in 1993. His debut album, Ready to Die, was released in 1994. After Biggie's tragic passing, Diddy retained the rights to Biggie's music, profiting from it for years. It's only recently that he started returning the publishing rights to Biggie's family.
To be a leader and to give some direction. If you think that I'm a scumbag that will ever steal anything, my name is Diddy, Sean Combs. I never took nothing from nobody a day in my life.
Diddy's decision to return the publishing rights might seem like an apology, but some, including his former artists, have a different perspective on it. They believe that these publishing rights have lost much of their value. Aubrey O'Day, one of Diddy's former artists, shared her thoughts on this matter. She expressed that giving back the publishing rights at this point doesn't hold much significance. In essence, it appears that there's a divide in how people view Diddy's actions. While he's returning these rights, the artists seem to feel that the gesture might be too little, too late, especially if these rights no longer have the same financial worth they once did. The situation with Biggie is quite similar. Diddy made even more money from Biggie's music after his tragic passing than when Biggie was alive. Now, regarding the publishing rights that Diddy claims to have given back to the family, there's a twist. They seem to be worth very little, and has left Biggie's mom, Valletta Wallace, dissatisfied. The family appears to view Diddy's actions as an attempt to continue profiting from Biggie's music, especially after his demise. Valletta Wallace has been urging Diddy for years to release these rights. She's not pleased with the situation and has strong reservations about Diddy's intentions. Valletta previously shared her concerns in her 2005 book, where she revealed that Biggie had accepted $25,000 to sign with Diddy's label. At the time, this was a significant amount for her son, who was just 19 years old. However, it made him believe that Diddy had his best interests at heart. It was enough to buy his loyalty, even if it was a blind one. Moreover, Biggie's mom continues to believe that Diddy might have played a role in her son's death, primarily driven by financial interests. There have been claims from others as well, suggesting that Diddy wanted Biggie out of the way because Biggie was considering signing with a different label. This led Biggie to realize that Diddy might have been exploiting him. Notably, an ex-bodyguard named Uncle Ron previously stated that Diddy had offered him money to harm Biggie.
I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalogs, I turned him down.
It's essential to be cautious about Uncle Ron's claims, as we can't confirm their accuracy. He might have had personal motivations or incentives. However, it's worth noting that he isn't the only person to suggest that Diddy wanted Biggie out of the picture because Biggie was considering leaving his label. Others, like Gene Deal, have also made similar statements. Gene Deal's claims imply that Biggie was eyeing a more lucrative deal elsewhere, potentially worth over $60 million. This aligns with the idea that Biggie's intention to depart Bad Boy Records could have threatened Diddy's financial interests. The web of suspicion around Diddy's role in the deaths of Biggie and Tupac is nothing short of a Hollywood thriller. It's fascinating to note how various artists, insiders, and even Diddy himself have contributed to the narrative. One thing that's hard to ignore is that these claims and doubts are not just coming from random voices in the industry, but from some big names. Gene Deal, for instance, revealed that Biggie's death was likely an inside job, emphasizing that it wasn't a mere coincidence. This insight implies that there may have been deeper, more sinister layers to Biggie's tragic passing. Adding more spice to the mix, DMX dropped a track titled Oracle 2, taking direct shots at Diddy, raising questions about how he managed to capitalize on Biggie even after his death. In the song, DMX highlighted Diddy's exploitation of Biggie's legacy for financial gain, making the music mogul a central character in the controversy surrounding the deaths of these two iconic rappers. And then we have 50 Cent, known for his outspoken nature, who hasn't held back in expressing his suspicions. In his song, Hip Hop, he raps about the Biggie case, claiming that if the culprits weren't found, everyone in the industry was at risk. He also suggested that Diddy might have known more about the situation than he admitted. It's not just these artists. There have been rumors about Biggie contributing valuable ideas to Diddy for the management of artists under Bad Boy Records. These ideas, according to the gossip mill, often turned into reality, but without any credit or compensation going Biggie's way. This raises intriguing questions about the dynamics between the two, and Biggie's potential motive to leave the label had he lived longer. Diddy himself has added a layer of complexity by confessing on The Wendy Williams Show that he felt responsible for Biggie's death. This public acknowledgement only fuels the speculation around his involvement in these mysteries.
Thing that I think I always feel some sort of, responsibility because I'm in this thing with him, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's my artist, and he was supposed to go to London that night.
In the end, while we may never get definitive answers to these mysteries, the intrigue and speculation around them continue to make waves in the world of entertainment. It's like a real-life whodunit, with each piece of the puzzle revealing new questions and uncertainties. One fan even posted saying, "I love how we all have different takes on things, but one thing we all agree on is Diddy being gay and that he killed Tupac and Biggie." What are your opinions on this matter? Do you believe that Diddy has something to do with both Tupac and Biggie's deaths? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. While we await further updates, be sure to check out our next video for exciting Hollywood gossip that you won't want to miss.